You're not serious. You're bluffing, Desmond. There's no way you can buy this. Before she could finish, the restaurant doors swung open. The manager stormed in, holding a phone in one trembling hand. "Excuse me," he called, his voice echoing through the hall. "Who is the man that just bought the restaurant?" As Desmond walked through the tall glass doors of Velvet Pearl, his reflection trembled in the soft gold lights that spilled from inside. The place gleamed like a temple of wealth. Crystal chandeliers, velvet curtains, marble floors polished so well they could shame a mirror. Every car parked outside was worth millions of dollars. He wasn't here to compare with anyone. He just wanted to eat and leave. He had parked his car at a car wash nearby and decided to walk up to the restaurant and eat. As he walked in, every head turned slightly toward him, not out of admiration but curiosity. Nobody walked into Velvet Pearl. They arrived with costly and expensive car brands. Desmond ignored the stares and walked up to an empty table near the glass wall and sat down. A young waitress approached. "Her name tag," said Clara. She wore the uniform neatly, with a warm smile on her face. "Good evening, sir. Welcome to Velvet Pearl Restaurant." "May I take your order?" Clara asked. He nodded. "Yes. I'll have a glass of red wine. The house special. And your medium rare steak." Clara scribbled it down and smiled. "Coming right up. Any other thing?" "No, I'm okay with that," he replied. She turned to go, but not far from the counter, someone was staring at them. "Her name is Tonya." She stood there in her own uniform. Her own is tighter, sleeker, clearly belonging to someone higher ranked. Her hair was wrapped up, her lipstick bold. Her heart gave a violent jump the moment she saw him. Desmond. The man she once thought she'd marry. The one who used to bring her meat pie from the roadside and call her his queen. The same man she had left 6 months ago, when he failed to buy her the newest iPhone. He had begged her to understand, had told her love shouldn't be weighed in gadgets. She'd laughed then, said love without money was a fairy tale for fools. And now, here he was. Sitting in her restaurant, the very temple of luxury where she worked among the rich. Her pride burned, the sight of him there, dressed in his plain white shirt. His calm face, his rich-looking shoes, all of it stung her ego. "What's he doing here?" she muttered under her breath. A fellow worker looked up. "Who?" "Him, the man at table 7. Tonya's jaw tightened. "He shouldn't be here." She straightened, lifted her chin, and walked toward his table, heels clicking like small thunderclaps on the floor. Desmond was talking with Clara when her shadow fell across the table. Clara turned, surprised. "Tonya?" "Clara," she said sharply. "Don't take his order." Clara blinked. "What?" "But don't get him anything," Tonya said louder, her voice cutting through the hum of background chatter. "He has no business here." The room went a little quieter. A few diners lifted their eyes toward the scene. Desmond looked up slowly. "Tonya." His voice was steady. "What the hell do you think you are doing here?" she snapped. "You shouldn't be here, Desmond. This place isn't for people like you. What is your problem?" "I came to eat," he said simply. "That's all." She let out a short, mocking laugh. "Eat? Here? With what money? You couldn't even buy a phone. And now you want to dine where a glass of water costs more than your rent?" Clara looked uncomfortable. She did like the way Tonya was talking to, "Ma'am, please, that's—" Tonya cut her off with a glare. "If you want to serve him, go ahead, but make sure you pay his bills. Because this man," she pointed at Desmond, "is broke. He came here to cause trouble because I work here. That's the only reason." Desmond stayed quiet for a long moment. The music from the speakers seemed to fade around them. When he finally spoke, his voice was calm, almost too calm. "Tonya," he said softly, "I didn't come here for you." Her smirk faltered slightly. "I didn't even know you worked here," he continued. "And honestly," he leaned back in his chair, his eyes cool and unbothered, "I've already forgotten you exist." Tonya blinked, her lips curling into a sneer. "You've forgotten I exist?" she repeated, voice rising. You're lying, Desmond. You came here because you knew I work here. You came to embarrass me and to make trouble. Desmond sighed, calm and slow, like a man too tired to fight the same battle twice. You flatter yourself, Tonya. I came to eat. That's all. Eat? She laughed, a harsh, ugly sound that didn't fit the luxury of the room. Just take a good look at yourself. Old shirts, shoes with fake brand and same faded face. You think walking into this place will make you one of us? People at nearby tables had stopped eating. Forks hovered midair. The jazz music played on, but softer now, as if it too was watching. You don't belong here, Tonya continued, her voice sharp enough to draw blood. You should have gone to those low-budget street restaurants, the ones that sell food in nylon and soup in tin plates. That's your level. Clara took a nervous step forward. Ma'am, please, stay out of this. Tonya snapped. You don't know who he is? He's a liar, a pretender. He can't afford to even smell the wine here, and yet he's sitting like a king. It's pathetic. Desmond's jaw tightened, but he didn't stand. His pride was silent, heavy, steady. You've said enough, Tonya. I'm not leaving. Her brows shot up. What? I ordered my meal, he said evenly. And I'll eat it. Now, if you're done shouting, maybe you should get back to work. The words hit her like a slap. Her face flushed. Around them, whispers rippled through the tables. You dare talk to me like that? She hissed. Here? In my workplace? He didn't reply. He simply looked away, but instead, his calmness fueled her fury. Tonya turned sharply to the nearest waiter. Where's the security? The young lady froze. Ma'am? You heard me, she barked. Call the security guard right now. Desmond's chair scraped against the marble floor as he stood. The calm in his eyes evaporated. What replaced it wasn't rage, but quiet authority, the kind that didn't need to shout. Tonya, he said, his tone low but firm, if you threaten to kick me out of here again, I'll have you kicked out instead. She froze for half a second, then burst into laughter, the kind that dripped with mockery. You? She said between giggles. You'll have me kicked out? Are you out of your mind? Desmond didn't move. His stillness made her uneasy, though she didn't show it. I'm serious, he said. Serious? She smirked. You're a joke, Desmond? You don't even have a car. You walked in here like some roadside trader? You think this is your father's restaurant? By now, the entire place had gone silent. The guests were watching, some pretending not to, others leaning forward with interest. The pianist had quietly stopped playing. Even Clara stood frozen beside the table, clutching her order pad like a shield. Moments later, 3 bulky security guards appeared at the doorway, their black uniforms stretching over broad shoulders. They approached slowly, glancing between Tonya and Desmond. Ma'am? One asked. What's going on? Tonya pointed at Desmond, her voice loud enough to echo off the glass walls. That man right there. He's causing trouble. Beat him up if you must. Just get him out of here. Now. The guards hesitated. Desmond didn't flinch. Instead, he slipped a phone from his pocket. He looked at Tonya as his thumb moved across the screen. I'll make one call, he said. And after that, I promise you'll regret this. Tonya folded her arms, scoffing. A call? To who? The police? No, he said quietly. The CEO. She blinked, then laughed so hard even the guards exchanged confused glances. You? Calling the CEO? She mocked. You can't even stand close to the CEO. You think a man like that would take a call from someone like you? Stop acting big, Desmond. You're embarrassing yourself. Desmond didn't answer. The phone was already ringing. On the third tone, a deep, friendly voice answered. Watch out for episode 2. It will be posted tomorrow. Subscribe and turn on the notification button to be the first to see our stories. Have a nice day.